My name is Stefan Wilson. I started racing when I was 9 years old, racing go-karts, and then from there it just got bigger and faster. My goal was always to reach the top of open wheel racing. Racing in IndyCar was my goal, and was able to achieve that racing three Indianapolis 500s most recently last year, and still working on competing in more Indy 500s in the future. So at the same time, got a lot of experience in sports car racing too. Raced in the Daytona 24 Hours this year, it's even 12 hours, and extensive background from many years ago back racing in junior Formula 2 in Europe and in America. For me, sim racing is a big part of the job. It really is a great tool to learn a track or get familiarized with a track before you go to it on those weekends. And at the same time, I raced the Daytona 24 this year. It was my first time racing the Daytona 24, and obviously a huge race, a lot riding on it, a lot of scenarios that can come up in 24 hours of racing. And I was able to for the past several years compete in the virtual 24 hours, and it sounds really silly, but just that experience in the sim world, it just helped me be a bit more prepared of knowing what to expect at times, what to look out for, even just handling traffic. Being a GT car, you've got the DPI cars lapping you every 6 or 7 laps. They're that much quicker than us. So just knowing, how to handle that kind of situation when you have a DPI car closing in on you, where to let them by to lose the least amount of time. Yeah, when you're driving, you're racing in the real world, you're using so many different senses. You're using your eyes, you're using the feeling through the steering wheel itself, and then just everything from underneath you, what's going on in the seat of your pants, underneath you in the car, feeling every bump, how the car is moving around on the surface of the track. Yeah, the best part about having a ButtKicker is it just adds another element of experience, and at the same time another sense, what's going on in the sim world. As I mentioned, you're utilizing your eyes and you have the feel through the steering wheel. But in the sim world, up until now, we haven't had that sensation or the feeling of what's going on underneath you in the virtual car. And the ButtKicker, while it doesn't simulate G-forces, it still just gives you this added sense, whether you're going over a rumble strip or you're just touching the grass, or even what's happening on the braking as well. And just that little little bit of sensory feedback there just makes the experience even better, and at the same time lets you feel the racetrack even more. So I've been using the ButtKicker before HaptiConnect. Loved it. It was an amazing tool to be using on iRacing. But now with HaptiConnect, having the time to sort of go through, being able to select what items or what areas you want the ButtKicker to really accentuate and simulate is priceless. Because for me, I've already adjusted it, so I've been able to turn down. For me, RPM and acceleration is not so important, so I've dialed that down, and then really turned up the bumps and road feel, and also rumble strips. That's really important for me. I want to be able to feel when I'm at the edge of the road, or I've got the being able to hit the rumble strip correctly, and then at the same time, being able to jump in a test session, do a lap, and then open up the HaptiConnect software and make adjustments to that to further fine tune it. That's just amazing. Having the HaptiConnect software just makes it so much more easier to use. The ButtKicker was already easy to use. It was basically plug and play. But like I said before, you can really fine tune things now, and being able to visually see where you have the settings and be able to adjust that and fine tune it. I was doing a few laps of the Nürburgring yesterday. Would just pull to the side of the road in a test session, make an adjustment to the HaptiConnect settings, and then go, accelerate again and go, off we go. It's that easy to make a change, and a noticeable change, a change that you can feel.